Hello, sweet friends. This is Tracy. I am sharing how I created a snowman deco mesh wreath using some cute little ribbons, a snowman from the Dollar Tree. I doodled him up. I will share how I did that and what supplies I used to create this cutie patootie. So let me show you what supplies I used. To be a subscriber of my channel, it's totally free. And it's just a way for us to become friends, and you'll know when I upload new videos. Okay, these are the supplies I used. A 14-inch wreath form, and the snowman is from the Dollar Tree. I have some red mesh, some snowball mesh, some black and white buffalo check mesh, as well as some 21-inch white mesh. These ribbons, the red and black buffalo check, as well as the black and white buffalo check, are both from Hobby Lobby. The snowman ribbon is something that I had in my stash. But you can get that at, like Hobby Lobby or different craft stores, or like Trendy Tree, the Wreath Shop, maybe Craft Outlet, that kind of thing. I'm also using some little frosted sticks that have jingle bells on them. Now, we got those at Market for the shop that I design wreaths for, but you can get them again at Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, anywhere those type of things are sold, and also online, Trendy Tree, the Wreath Shop, somewhere like that. This is my favorite way to do mesh wreaths. I have a 14-inch wreath form, and I take some pipe cleaners. I cut them in half so then I can have a little bit more to work with. I'm going to work on the inner ring. I just twist one of the pipe cleaners around the inner ring, and then I take my mesh, I gather it, and then I just twist it around one or two times just to, secure it. And then I measure out 10 inches, and that is what this poof is. And then I go to the outer ring and I do the same thing. I twist that on there, and then I'll measure out 10 inches. And then I'll go to the inner ring and I will just twist it on that. And then I'll just continue to do that, go to the outer ring, and twist it on there. So it kind of goes in, out, in, out. So it's an inner ring, outer ring, inner ring, outer ring, until I come back to where I started. And then I have the first layer of my mesh, and it's inner ring, outer ring, inner ring, outer ring. And then I'll continue to layer from there. I have two rolls of 10-inch mesh. One is a white snowball mesh. One is the black and white buffalo check. I roll those out on my mat, and then I take my rotary cutter and I cut them both at the same time just to save time. I cut them at 10 inches each, and then I will just kind of roll them into a ruffle. Or a tube. I don't really kind of like have a name for it. I just like tuck the ends under, and then I crisscross them, make a kind of like an X out of them. And then that is what I will put into those ties that I already have on the wreath that I secured the white 21-inch mesh with. So I decided to add some 10-inch black mesh. I just cut it the same way, just cut it at 10 inches, and then just rolled it up and just secured it to the edges of around the outer ring of the wreath. And I think that it just added the extra fullness that I was looking for. It just pulls out some of the colors from the snowman and the ribbons and that kind of thing. So, that's what I do. I just kind of step back and I see what is needed, and I just add to it and continue to layer until I like the fullness. I cut my ribbons at 12 inches each, and I dovetailed the buffalo check red and black as well as the black and white. I dovetailed those. The snowman I decided to leave straight because I didn't want to take away from the cuteness of the little snowman. Now, these are the glittery black Chanel stems that I'm going to use. I got these like at Dollar Tree, probably during Halloween or something like that, but I thought they would be perfect for this little wreath. And so I just cut those in half, and then that is what I'm going to use to attach my ribbons to. Now, how I layer my ribbons is I have the black and white buffalo check, the red and black buffalo check. I put those in an X, and then I put my snowman on top of that. Just kind of make, just kind of layer those. As you can see here, I put my black or my buffalo check ribbons, and then I kind of put my snowman at a plus sign so that you can really see the buffalo check ribbons, and then you can see the snowman ribbons. And I try to catty corner them or offset them so that the ribbons are not all going the same way. You can definitely do that. That's just not my style. I know that there are a lot of wreath people that are cringing because that's how they teach you, but it all boils down to personal preference. So whichever way you want your ribbons to go, there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just whatever you like. I wanted some more red to pull out from the jingle bells on the frosted twigs. So I have some 6-inch mesh here, and I cut two they're like 6-inch little strips, and I just rolled them into a tube, and I just made an X out of them. And then this ribbon right here is from Craft Outlet. I just made a bow and I cut it straight. I didn't dovetail those because I like to leave these straight. I used my tiny attacher little stapler to hold that in the middle so that I could gather everything together. I will have a link in the description below if you would like to check that out in my Amazon store to get the details. Then I take the red mesh and the black and white bow, and I attach that to the wreath with those black Chanel stems going in between the snowman and buffalo check bundles. I just kind of have all of the black and white tails pointing to the outside of the wreath so that it would lay nicely. And then for my snowman, this snowman is from the Dollar Tree, and I thought he was a little plain, so I took some white paint and I doodled up around him just using a number 2 liner. And then I also took some orange puffy paint and I squiggled the nose. I added some fine glitter. The fine glitter is Martha Stewart, and I just sprinkled that on there while it was wet. So then I would let that dry. Added some cute little eyelashes with my ultra fine black Sharpie marker. I also added some freckles, which got a little glitter on them because they were still wet from my black puffy paint. I glued the Jingle Bell frosted twigs in the wreath and attached the sign. I used the hole at the top of the hat. I used one hole, and then I drilled 2 more holes at the bottom of the little snowman, kind of where the scarf was, and I attached it to the wreath with some Chanel stems. I glued what I could of the snowman to the mesh so that it was all secured. And that is how simple it is to make a little snowman deco mesh wreath. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support of my channel. Talk to you very soon. God bless.